If you're new here, hi, my name's Piper Brown. I'm an illustrator and graphic designer in California, and today I have a fun idea. So, I have a closet full of random clothes that I don't really know how to piece together. So, my idea today is to choose something random in my closet, make a cool outfit, and then draw it. And you guys get to be with me the whole time, so let's go! This is my closet. And this is my cool mirror I found at the thrift store. But we're not here to talk about that. This is my closet. There's clothes in there and it's kind of messy, but that's okay. I'll show you what it looks like anyways. Maybe I should turn on the light. Ooh, maybe not. Here's what I'm thinking about doing. I'm gonna go stand in that closet. I'm gonna close my eyes. And I'm gonna stick my hand in there and whatever I pull out, we're gonna have to make an outfit out of. So let's do that. Ooh, okay. All right, this is what we pulled. It is a dark turquoise cardigan. So let's see what we can make with this. As soon as I pulled the cardigan, I immediately knew what to go with it. So I bought this dress from the thrift store a while back, and the little flowers are the same color blue as the cardigan. So I'm gonna add a little bit of gold jewelry and we're good to go. Okay, so we have the outfit, we have the dress, and then we have the cardigan, and then I grabbed my docks. So I'm gonna go ahead and change and I'll come right back. Okay, so I have the dress and my docks, I have the cardigan, and then I have, can't really see it, I have the little moon necklace, and then I have the earrings, and yay, that's the outfit! Okay, now what I wanna do is I wanna take a picture of the outfit, and I'm gonna send it to my iPad, and now we're gonna draw it, and I'm so excited! And now we're back at my normal desk. So I took a picture, I edited the colors a little bit so that way the picture isn't so dark because it's a little dark in this room for some reason. But here is the picture. I don't know if you can see it. So when I'm taking these pictures for these outfit drawings, I like to make sure I'm standing like way on the edge because then that gives me a lot of room to draw. So this is the picture we're gonna be working with today. So let me kind of walk you through how I do these outfit drawings. To start, I'll take the photo that I had just taken and I will lower the opacity until I can just barely see the picture. Then I'll just do some really quick lines to get a general idea of the proportions and the shapes that I'm going to be drawing. This was a practice that was taught to me back when I was in college. They would teach us how to trace images using a projection screen onto a canvas. And it was such a great learning tool to use because it helped me with learning anatomy and learning proportions and all of that good stuff. I still like to use that practice today, especially with these outfit drawings, because I'm still not very strong in human anatomy, and this just helps me get more hands-on drawing practice. So don't be afraid to use tracing as a learning tool in your daily art practice, but just make sure that you're using your own art and you're not tracing over somebody else's art and claiming it's yours, because that's bonkers. Now I have the basic outline done, so once I got the outline finished, so that way I have the right proportions and all that good stuff, I kind of scooch the sketch over to the side, so now I can kind of do what I want. So I can draw my eyes the way I want, I can draw the dress pattern the way I want, everything I would like to do. So everything's moved over and now it's time to get creative. And now it's time for the fun part. I like to lower the opacity of my rough sketch and I draw some cleaner lines on top of it. Later, I'll remove the rough sketch portion and all that will be left will be those crisp lines. This is also the time where I like to add fun details like dress patterns and sweater textures. The cardigan I was wearing is super soft and it has this bumpy texture in some places, so I'm adding some lines to show that the sweater has a little bit of spice to it. It also helps the drawing look a little bit more interesting. Sometimes I'll even make proportion changes to the sketch if something's looking wonky. Kinda like this arm. It was looking pretty long, so I just moved it a little closer to the sleeve. Let me just scooch this up a little there. Much better. I've been absolutely loving dresses and skirts lately, especially when it's time to draw them. I just love the cute little patterns and the fun ruffles on the bottom. And the buttons, bro? Heck Yeah, I love me a good button. Now that the dress sketch is cleaned up a bit, let's start to add that floral pattern. I try not to spend too much time on getting the pattern exactly right. I just try to get the general vibe. I know there's a bunch of little flowers super close together on the dress, so I will roughly sketch some flowers to get that crowded feeling. Now let's color this puppy! I'm a sucker for bright colors, so I try to use colors that are a little brighter than the actual clothes because why not? I also use color as a way to add some texture too. Kinda like how I'm adding little dots of color on the dress, just to kinda give it a busy, flowery texture. And now I add the final touches, and we can't call this drawing finished without adding some cute little stars. Here's the final drawing. I just finished the sketch. Here she is. I took the sketch and I put it on like its own little background. So that's her just doing her thing. This has been such a fun exercise to help me personally because I'm not great with proportions or drawing human bodies or anything like that. So this has really helped me practice. And I've gotten to a point where I'm much better at drawing faces like from memory now, but what's helped me has been drawing these outfits and, you know, seeing like human proportions. And it's interesting because after a while it just feels like it kind of gets locked into memory. And so when I'm just doing my normal sketches, like I'll remember, oh, this is the way a shoulder curves, or oh, this is the way a chin looks, or something like that. This is just a really fun practice. Highly recommend it to anybody who wants to practice human anatomy or wants to practice even like fashion design. Like you can get like a really frilly dress and you can work on the frills, you can work on the shadows of the fabric, all of that stuff. This is just such a fun exercise to add into your like daily art practice. That is the end of the outfit video. Thank you so much for coming along with me. This has been so much fun. This is the first video I've made of this, and I'm so excited that you guys can see like behind the scenes of what I do. So thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!